Some of the most common features in American homes are quietly making rooms feel cheaper and worth less per square foot than owners realize. Here's the number. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the median American home is now over 40 years old, which could imply most Americans are living in houses built exactly when the good stuff was being quietly cut. The plaster went to drywall, the hardwood went to laminate, the 9-foot ceilings dropped to 8. So they deleted a lot. Almost nobody complained. 12 features. Let me show you. Number 1. Solid wood doors. Knock on the doors in your house. Really knock. Listen. Hollow thud, like a paper drum. Those are hollow core doors. 2 thin sheets of pressed wood with a honeycomb of cardboard between them. Around 10 pounds. They transmit every sound through the house. Solid, resonant thunk, like a butcher block. Solid wood doors, 60 or 70 pounds. Closes with a weighted sound. Block sound. Refinished, not replaced. Almost every American home built before 1960 had solid wood interior doors. Then hollow core happened, saving builders roughly $40 per door. Real money across 12 doors per house. Trade-off. Contractors note solid wood doors occasionally need hinge adjustment. If your house still has the originals, run your hand across one. If not, no crisis. You just know what a real door feels like now. Number 2. Original hardware, brass knobs and Mortise locks. The doorknob you just touched, round chrome in a small round hole. Tubular latch, roughly $8. Heavy brass knob on a rectangular brass plate with a keyhole below. Mortise lock, carved into the door, not drilled through it. Real weight in your hand. A small metallic click as the mechanism engages. Most well-built old American homes had mortise locks, brass or bronze, sometimes engraved. Historical records suggest some are still working in houses from the 1870s. Today's builder installs the $8 tubular latch because it takes 90 seconds. The mortise lock takes closer to an hour and costs many times more. Trade-off. Historical hardware specialists note lost mortise keys often require a specialty locksmith. Never replace the originals. They are why old houses feel made for humans, not shipped as a product. Number 3. Real hardwood floors. Not laminate, not luxury vinyl plank, not engineered hardwood. Real solid wood floors, 3/4 inch thick, tongue and groove, oak or maple or heart pine. A real hardwood floor can be refinished 5, 6, sometimes 7 times over its life. Well maintained, it could last 150 years. Luxury vinyl plank, the stuff every new build is fitted with, is a photograph of wood glued onto plastic. It cannot be refinished. When it wears, usually around year 15, it gets replaced entirely. Trade-off. The National Wood Flooring Association notes solid hardwood expands with humidity and is vulnerable to standing water. Extra care in wet zones. But real hardwood is why old houses smell a certain way, why they creak in a specific rhythm, why afternoon light bounces off them differently. If your house still has original hardwood, you are sitting on one of the most valuable things in any American home. Never carpet over it. Number 4. 9 or 10-foot ceilings. Stand in the middle of your living room. Look up. The ceiling is probably 8 feet, the American builder grade standard since around 1970. Before that, ceilings in well-built American homes were often 9 feet, sometimes 10, sometimes 12 in the fancy rooms. That extra 1 or 2 feet does something to a room that is hard to describe until you have been in one. The room breathes. Light spreads differently. Standing in a 9-foot room after living in an 8-foot room feels like stepping outside. Trade-off. HVAC engineers note taller ceilings cost more to heat and cool. In cold climates or sunbelt summers, real dollars on the utility bill. If your house has the original high ceilings, you have won a small lottery. If not, another reason to walk into old houses and feel like you can breathe. Number 5. Working wood windows with weights. Every old American home had windows made of solid wood, with 2 moving sashes counterbalanced by 2 cast iron weights hidden inside the wall pockets on either side. Slide the window up, the weight slides down. They lasted 100 years. Rebuildable. Reglazable. Modern builders install vinyl replacement windows sealed in a plastic frame. Cannot be rebuilt. Average lifespan around 20 years. Preservationists will tell you the original wood window, properly maintained, can be more energy efficient than most modern vinyl replacements. The National Park Service's preservation briefs support this, but it depends on maintenance. If your originals are still in place, do not let anyone talk you into replacing them. Number 6. Old growth lumber framing. You cannot see this one. It is behind your walls, but based on what we know from forestry records and structural analysis, it is one of the biggest reasons old houses are structurally different. The 2x4 studs framing your home came from trees. In a home built before around 1940, those trees were often 100 to 300 years old when they were cut. Old growth lumber, denser, growth rings tighter. It resists warping, splitting, and rot in ways modern lumber cannot easily match. The U.S. Forest Service documents that peak American old-growth harvest ended by roughly the mid-1940s. Structural engineers who work on old houses confirm the difference. A 2x4 from 1920 is heavier and more dimensionally stable than one from today. Trade-off. Old growth cannot be replaced with matching material. If your house has original framing, your bones are literally irreplaceable. Number 7. The milk door. This one is a small piece of magic. If your house was built between around 1910 and 1950, look at the exterior wall of the kitchen. There is often a small square door about a foot on each side with matching hinges on the outside and the inside. That was the milk door. In the 20s and 30s, the milkman delivered fresh bottles before dawn. He opened the outside side, placed the cold bottles on a shelf inside the wall, and closed his side. When you woke up, you opened the interior side. The milk was there. Cold, waiting. Milk doors disappeared in the 1950s when refrigerated trucks and grocery stores replaced the milkman. If your house has one, even sealed shut, do not remove it. It is one of the most charming small features in American home history. Number 8. The back stairs. There are probably 2 staircases in an old house. If you have not noticed, walk toward the kitchen and look. In many well-built American homes from around 1880 through 1940, there were 2 staircases. The formal one in the front hall with the newel post, the one guests saw, and a second one tucked between kitchen and second floor, narrow, no ornament. The back stairs. You did not need servants to have back stairs. Middle-class families had them because they solved a real problem. The cook came and went without crossing the front hall. Kids snuck down for midnight snacks. Laundry traveled up without going through the main rooms. Custom carpenters point out a 2-staircase house is nearly impossible to replicate today at reasonable cost. Trade-off, they take square footage modern builders would rather sell as bedroom. If your house has them, use them. Number 9. The laundry chute. Here it is, the one I promised would make you consider building one into your own house. A laundry chute runs from a small door in an upstairs hallway wall, straight down through the interior wall structure into a bin in the basement laundry room. Throw dirty clothes in. They land downstairs. Many American 2-story homes built between 1900 and 1950 had one. In the 1960s, chutes started disappearing. Building code updates from the National Fire Protection Association tightened fire safety requirements for vertical shafts. That is the real reason. A chute is a fire path if not properly detailed. I bring up laundry chutes at parties. Every single time, the response is the same. Wait, why don't we still have those? Nobody has a good answer. If your house has one, use it. If not, they can be retrofit with a properly rated chute assembly. Number 10. The real basement with habitable ceilings. Go to your basement. Can you stand fully upright without ducking? A real window along the wall? Ceilings above 7 feet? If yes, you have something almost no new build in America has. Many well-built American homes from around 1880 through 1950 had a basement with real ceiling heights, windows for light and egress, and finish potential. Rec rooms, dens, home offices, extra bedrooms. Real estate appraisers count finished basement square footage differently from above grade, but they still count it. Based on what we know from market data, a finished basement can meaningfully add to a home's usable living area, though the exact premium varies by region. Modern builders often skip the basement entirely. Slab foundation is cheaper. When they do build one, ceilings are often 7 feet, too low to legally count as habitable in many jurisdictions. Trade-off: older basements often need waterproofing updates. If your house has a real basement, it is potentially another floor. Number 11. Cast iron radiators. Most well-built American homes built before 1950 were heated by cast iron radiators. Big, ornamental sculpted iron under the windows, heated by hot water or steam from pipes in the basement. Radiator heat is different from forced air. Silent, no whoosh, no fan, no dust blown around. Heat radiates outward from metal warmer than the air, so your body feels warm even when the thermostat says 67. Rooms feel comfortable at lower temperatures. Forced air replaced radiators starting in the 1950s because it is cheaper to install and works with central air conditioning. Trade-off: forced air is loud, dries out the air, and creates dust circulation problems old house owners never had. If you have working radiators, do not rip them out. If not, you do not miss them until you have been inside a home that has them running quietly on a February morning. Number 12. The grand staircase with a newel post. Okay, this is the one. Walk into any American home built between around 1880 and 1940. Look at the staircase. The bottom step is wider than the ones above it. It curves outward. At the base is a big turned wooden column, a newel post. On top, often a finial, a carved acorn, a brass ornament. Every single person who has ever lived in that house has touched the newel post on their way up. Every child put their hand on it. Every grown-up hung their coat on it. The thing you unconsciously reach for. Modern builders build stairs as a code-required box, straight down, no newel post, nothing to touch. A grand staircase with a newel post is an anchor, the physical thing at the center of the house that says, "This is home." If you had to pick just one to add back to your own house, just one, which would it be? Tell me in the comments. If you want more videos on features that quietly disappeared, hit subscribe.